If you are a proficient user of Excel, no doubt you know about autosum. This is a button that's found on the Home tab off to the right in the Editing group. You'll also find it on the Formulas tab. Here it's off to the left. And in both cases, there's a drop arrow associated with it that gives us access to additional functions as well. Autosum is designed to add data from the left or from above, and that's the way it's typically used. But there's some other ways to use it as well. If we want a total here in cell G2, we can press autosum. And by the way, its keystroke shortcut is Alt equal. If we simply press the icon or press Alt equal, we do get an indication as to what is about to happen, but it's not complete until we press enter. If you have become familiar with autosum, you don't like to pause all the time. So why not just double-click autosum and get the total faster? We can do the total in B8 in the same way. We can certainly double-click autosum. Remember, if you're pressing Alt equal, let me press Control Z first to undo. If you press Alt equal, you then have to press enter. So although Alt equal might seem a little bit faster, you do have to complete it with enter. So another technique is select the data ahead of time. The only slight advantage here is that after selecting the data, then you can press Alt equal and the total will appear below. Or you could press the autosum button to get the total below. For the data down in rows 11 through 15, if you only wanted totals on the right, select these cells ahead of time. Alt equal or the icon in either case. We've got our totals there. Or if you only wanted totals here and not here, we could undo what we did before and simply highlight these cells. And in similar fashion, Alt equal, or we click the button. Let me undo this too. If you wanted to put totals in both locations at the same time, highlight the data this way, Alt equal, or the button in either case. You need to only press the button once or press Alt equal. That takes care of it. Now, if we wanted to do an average here, let me once again undo. Two approaches. The lengthier approach, but certainly logical, is to click the drop arrow for autosum and choose average. We'll get averages on the parameter. Recognize that we could have chosen count numbers, max, min, or go into more functions and see if we could find a function that way too. Now, once again, pressing undo. If you are familiar with keyboard command access, in other words, when you hold down the Alt key, it activates various letters and combinations of letters for the command sequences off the ribbon. You could eventually recognize that Alt plus H, then U, then A. So if we press Alt H together, then U, then A, that will activate the autosum button and do an average for us. Now, it's just a question of how often do you need to do averages. So if you'd like to do averages just here, for example, press Alt H, recognize what that does. Alt H activates the Home tab. U, and you can see it off to the right, activates autosum, and then A activates average. Now, you don't have to do it that slowly, though, so let me undo it. If this becomes part of your vocabulary and you want to do averages right here, Alt-H-U-A, Alt-H-U-A, it's done. So it's pretty fast. And if we wanted averages on the right side and on the bottom, highlight the data this way, Alt-H-U-A. There we are. No enter required. That's it. So there are faster techniques and there are additional methods for using autosum. Autosum is a great tool, and any proficient Excel user knows how to work with this tool effectively and efficiently. It's a great tool for working with formulas.